For a close-up look at all your Concho Valley High School football, this is Inside the Game, sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
Welcome to Inside the Game. I'm Jaden Hart, joined by Rachel Turnock. What an exciting night for high school football, a battle of the top two teams in 1A Division I, the Christoval-El Dorado rivalry, multiple district games with title hopes and playoff seeding on the line. But we start with the Central Bobcats and their matchup against Friendship.
The Bobcats have been successful against the Tigers under head coach Brent Davis, never losing a game against them. 4-0 against Friendship, who come in 1-0 in district play, beating Midland High last week, and the Bobcats taking down Abilene High in their district opener as well. Yeah, what a return to the Little Southwest Conference for the Cats. They picked right where they left off, winning their 17th straight district game as a member of the notorious West Texas District, and a streak that dates back to 2015. Could they keep it going tonight? Bobcats looking for their 5th straight against the Tigers. First quarter, Bobcats running back Samuel Navarrete takes it in. What a stud this guy's been the last 2 weeks. Touchdown Central, they're up 7-zip. And then second quarter, Navarrete punches it in again. Coach Davis brought him up from the JV 2 weeks ago against Abilene, making an impact, 14-0 Bobcats. Tigers offense trying to answer. That's Corbin Gandy to Carson Miller, who makes the juggling catch for a big gain, and that sets up Gandy, setting up a pass to Klein Coker, who scores the touchdown. That made it 14-7, and then Friendship trying to even things at the half. 3 seconds to go. Andrew Bradlock, I think is his name, comes up empty-handed, and the Central defense held Friendship scoreless in the second half, and they get a big win, 35-7. They're 2-0 in district, and let's see how the other teams in the Little Southwest Conference fared tonight. Midland High gets their first win of the season, putting them at 1-1 in district, and Permian sweeps by Abilene at Shotwell. That one puts the Bobcats and Panthers tied for first in 2-6A, adding yet another layer to that November 20th matchup at San Angelo Stadium. Nail biter.
Yeah, for weeks now, six-man football fans have been waiting for this matchup. Number 2 Sterling City versus number 1 Westburg. Both have been in the top 10 in 1A Division I for 5 straight weeks, and are just 2 of the 6 remaining undefeated teams still in the classification. You really can't ask for anything better. These two teams have met up for the last 4 seasons. Sterling City has won every single game, outscored Westbrook 212-58. There's a reason why the Wildcats are the number 1 team in the state right now. Yeah, many expected them to be better in recent years, but I don't think anyone saw them taking down Motley County and Borden County in the first 2 weeks, and here come the highlights. And guys, not many people picked Sterling City to win this game, but they brought it tonight. Here, Selena scores for Westbrook, and that gets them out to a 6-0 lead, or 8-0 lead, excuse me. But here come the Eagles. Hudson Cock back to pass, and he finds Damian Calderon, who comes down with the touchdown. And folks, we have a 8-8 game in the first quarter. And get ready, because Cross Knittle, this kid's been doing it all year for the Eagles, and he did it tonight. 3 touchdowns for him. There's his first. That made it 16-8. The Eagles took a 10-point lead into the half and kept it in the second half to get a big 38-28 victory. Here's head coach Trey Cisco after the game.
I'm super proud of them, man. They fought hard the whole night. I mean, it was a tough physical game, and I think from our schedule that we've played so far this year, I think that's really one of the things that we've gotten better at is physicality. I know, we're really fast. Our backs and our linemen block really well and stuff like that, but just the physicality of the game has gotten better through the tougher schedule, and I think that's really going to help us out going forward.
This update sponsored by Bug Express.
Now on to a rivalry that has developed into a must-watch game in the area. It's determined the district champion the last 2 seasons, and this time around it could be the decider yet again. Yeah, El Dorado and Christoval just 23 minutes apart from each other along Highway 277. You have 2 great offenses and quarterbacks in El Dorado's Corbin Covarrubias and Christoval's Braden Wilcox.
So it could come down to which defense will be able to stop them.
Yeah, if you want to stop the Cougars, it all starts with number 10. He's accounting for 73% of their offense this season. And you mentioned defense. That's something head coach John Long really hit on when we talked to them this week.
Yeah, he said he's been impressed with their defense, which is only allowing 16 points per game so far this season. So are we going to see a shootout or a defensive game like we did last year? Down to El Dorado, opening drive for El Dorado. Corbin Covarrubias back to pass, finds James Kimball. He just outruns the Cougars defense, almost gets tackled by Wilcox, but he keeps it going, takes it to the house. Eagles on board first, 7-0, but Christoval says, nah, we got some offense too later. Christoval trying to score here. Low snap, but Braden Wilcox able to recover, rolls left, finds Appeton Salinas in the end zone. Touchdown Cougars. They go for 2, no good, 7-6. Eagles still lead it early second quarter. Cougars threatening again. Wilcox looking for his man, decides to keep it. Takes it in for the score. 2-point conversion. Would be good that time. Christoval takes a 14-7 lead. This would be a little bit of a shootout. Christoval goes on to get the win, 43-20. Here's what head coach Casey Otho had to say after their win.
Feels good to, get out of here, number one, with a victory, and number two, with a victory where our kids played well, mistake-free football, no turnovers, things like that. That makes the win even more special when they're executing what you coach them. What we're trying to do is make sure that, number one, we stay focused. We can't let the guard down on anything, That was why I told them that this was just another game for us. That's the mindset we need to come into this game with. We just got to keep in mind that it's another game, and we got to treat it that way and execute.
This update sponsored by Bug Express.
What a big win for the Cougars. Without saying it, they get Junction next week, and we'll talk more about District 14 2A Division II, but just staying with the Cougars, that win, with the way that Junction has performed, it looks like that one could have been the decider, like we talked about kind of in the intro leading into it.
Yeah, and one thing that John Long did say this week, their defense has been the most impressive, and only allowing 20 points for Covarrubias and El Dorado's offense, and Christoval just getting to work, putting up 43 points on the board. Last year's game was a 14-7 final.
Yeah, that was a that was a close one.
A lot closer. So tonight was definitely Christoval getting that win tonight. Ranked number 8 in 2A Division II. So that was a good win for Christoval.
And the Cougars, if they can win the district championship, their region looks promising. I think people have even got Christoval maybe making the state semifinals. So a better region than they've been in recent years. So we'll just have to wait and see. But hey, we're just getting started here on Inside the Game. Coming up, we'll see if Lakeview could bounce back against Andrews, and the race in 2-3A Division II is heating up. Highlights and a look at updated standings next.
It's the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, 5 years, no interest, and free shipping. But hurry, the home makeover sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
When you want to treat yourself to a night of not cooking, keep it simple. When you've got opposing appetites, feel daunted by deadlines, or need a timeout from takeout, keep it simple. Anytime you want a chef-inspired home-cooked meal, minus the whole cooking thing, keep it simple. H-E-B Meal Simple. Hundreds of freshly prepared meal options ready to grab and go or heat and eat. Available only at H-E-B.
Hi, I'm Mike with MGB, Mike's Gold Buyers. Gold and silver prices are terrific, which means more money for your gold, silver, and diamonds. Come to MGB and you'll say,
I sold gold and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Why do we offer so many active safety features on our Chevy SUVs? Oh, yeah. All set.
Ready, Freddie?
Because we're not just engineers.
Pause when you get there, okay? Slowly. I'm going slow. We have families, too.
Get $4,750 cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. See All-American Chevrolet in San Angelo.
Inside the Game on KSAN is your #1 local high school football show.
Highlights and scores from all your favorite teams.
Now at a new time.
Watch Inside the Game every Friday at 11:35 p.m. on KSAN, sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
The new Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic responds to snoring automatically. So no hiding under your pillow or opting for the couch. Your best sleep all night, every night.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
And we're back. The Lakeview Chiefs suffered their worst loss of the season last week in a 65-28 thumping by Fort Stockton, their District 4 2A Division I opener. Despite that, though, there are still plenty of positives to look at for the Chiefs this season. They're 4-4, their best record through 8 games since 2008. They're in a 14 district, so they're automatically in the playoffs no matter what. Tonight, they welcomed in the reigning district champions and favorites to repeat, Andrews, hoping to grab a win in their home finale. The Chiefs haven't beaten the Mustangs, though, since 2002. Could that change? First Andrews possession, they're in the red zone already. Lakeview jumped off sides, but it doesn't matter because E.J. Lopez finds Jose Bustamante for the leaping touchdown. Mustangs up 7-zip, and they kept it going all quarter. Up 21, Lopez finds Sean Parker, and that made it 28-0. First play of the second quarter, Lakeview trying to get on the board. Albert Rodriguez rolls out, gets the pass off, and Brandon Herrera keeps his feet in bounds. Lakeview down 28-7, though. And next possession for the Mustangs, marching downfield with ease, Anthony Trevino. Nice catch falling backwards. Mustangs take a 35-7 lead. They led 54-14 at the half and get the win at 56-27, and that puts them in a tie now with Fort Stockton for first place with 1 game remaining. The Panthers beat Big Spring tonight, meaning the 2 games in district next week. The first between the Mustangs and the Panthers is for the district title, and then Big Springs and Lakeview battling it out for 3rd place.
The Sonora Broncos started out their season 0-4 and earned their first win in a double overtime thriller against El Dorado, which was the perfect way for them to head into their off week right before district play. The Broncos took down undefeated Ingram Moore to kick off district and beat Brady last week to sit at 2-0 in 2-3A Division II. Tonight, a big test for Sonora awaits, welcoming the Bangs Dragons, who are 6-0 and also 2-0 in district play. First possession of the game for Bangs, a quick quarterback sneak inside the 1-yard line. Ethan Cortez just pounding that in to make it 7-0 Dragons. They jumped all over the Broncos in this one. Second quarter following a Sonora fumble. This time it's Ethan Sanchez running that in for 6. Bangs showing they belong near the top of this district. How about some more touchdowns? 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Sanchez once again finds his way into the end zone. They go up 20-0. Bangs, they remain undefeated, getting the win over Sonora tonight, 48-14. And sticking with this district, Brady on the road at Grape Creek. First Bulldogs possession. That is Hayden Baronet rolling left, looking for a receiver. And he finds one. Parker Leonard wide open. Just like that, Brady goes up 7-0. Now near the end of the first quarter, Grape Creek backed up in their own end zone. Landon Crow's pass is tipped by 2 Eagles, and the Bulldogs say, "Gimme that." They get it. Brady trying to capitalize off that turnover. Baronet's pass is incomplete. Grape Creek forces the turnover on downs. The Bulldogs would get another shot on their next possession. Noah Flores dives in for 6. Brady led 14-0 at that point. Brady would go on to get their first district win of the season, 28-0.
What about the Ballinger Bearcats? They keep their unblemished district record intact. They beat Ingram Moore big, 47-6, which means Ballinger and Bangs are now tied for the top spot in 2-3A Division II. And guess what? They play next week, so that one will be more than likely for the district title. Sonora is sitting there in 3rd place, now sole possession of it, and Brady in the 4th and final playoff spot if the season were to end tonight. So that game against Bangs and Sonora that you started with, a big one for reasons that we just explained. Yep. And
absolutely.
Yeah, and Sonora now, they do have a chance because they do get to play Ballinger, but they would need to win out and then hope that Ballinger beats Bangs, and it would cause the whole 3-way tie and all of that fun keeping track of points and who will be the 1 seed, but it would be a 3-way tie for the district title. So,
can't wait for that.
Yeah, you can never count. High school football is unexpected, especially in the age of COVID-19 and teams having to cancel games.
I bet Ballinger's excited that that game is at their place next week.
Yes, big time.
With fans being allowed in the stadium, that'll be, I'm sure Chuck Lipsy is very ecstatic that they don't have to travel for that game.
Yeah, biggest game of the season, I would probably say, for them coming up next week. But hey, there's still plenty to come here on Inside the Game. We'll go back to 14 2A Division II. Junction looking to remain in the title hunt. But let's check out the cheer cam for this week.
We're the Christoval cheerleaders, and you're watching Inside the Game. We're the El Dorado cheerleaders, and you're watching Inside the Game. Woo! Go Green!
Imagine being free from the pain normal exercise can cause. Introducing the Teeter Free Step, featuring patented stride technology licensed from commercial high-end physical therapy equipment. Free Step is the only home-use stepper with this unique, gentle linear motion, delivering the best in low-impact exercise.
It's almost like the machines that I had at physical therapy. The Free Step has been a lifesaver for me. It really has.
93% of users surveyed reported the Free Step was easier on their knees and back than other cardio options.
I've tried the elliptical, I've tried the stationary bike. The Free Step answered so many of the issues that I had. I can get a full body workout and not be in pain while I'm doing it.
The Free Step engages both the upper and lower body, boosting calorie burn by more than 17% and distributing muscle exertion so your workout feels easier.
Instead of sitting in my favorite chair, now I'm sitting on Free Step. I can watch TV. I'm moving my legs, I'm moving my arms. Before I know it, the show's over and I just got a great workout without even thinking about it.
Call or go to tryfreestep.com to learn more.
Take the Dr. Pepper High School Football Challenge. Each week, go to ConchoValleyHomepage.com and test your high school football knowledge. One lucky winner could receive a $25 gift card. Go to ConchoValleyHomepage.com and take the Dr. Pepper High School Football Challenge today.
Welcome to La Esperanza Clinic, with 2 locations serving San Angelo and the Concho Valley. Our Lakeview location offers adult primary, women's health, pediatrics, and dental. Our Chatburn location offers adult primary, behavioral health, and extended hours. Both sites provide telehealth, 24/7 access to online patient portal, affordable payment options, assistance with Texas Healthy Women's, SNAP benefits, and Marketplace. La Esperanza Clinic is here to make healthcare accessible for everyone in the Concho Valley.
Food King and Concho Valley Homepage would like to make your Thanksgiving a lot easier this year with the Turkey Day giveaway. Go to ConchoValleyHomepage/contest, click the link, and enter the contest before November 18th for your chance to win $250 for your Thanksgiving. The Turkey Day giveaway is sponsored by Food King.
Welcome back. We showed the results from Christoval El Dorado earlier, which left Junction a chance to remain in the district title conversation, with both of them on the horizon to wrap up the season. All they had to do, though, is win tonight.
Yeah, well, Junction is one of 2 teams in 14 2A Division II, that are one of 3 teams that's 2-0 in district play. They beat Menard and Miles on the road and finally hosting their first district home game against Rock Springs, who went 4-0 in preseason, but 0-2 in district play.
Don't count out the Angoras, though. They hung tough with Christoval and El Dorado and look like they could be one of the playoff teams from this district. Could the Eagles take care of business? Well, we're about to find out. Windy night in Junction, Texas. Eagles, Angoras, first quarter. Bo Henderson takes the handoff. He's off to the races. Finishes it off here with a stiff arm eventually. I think this was a long run, and it was. There's the stiff arm that we were waiting for. Rock Springs leads 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. The Eagles offense struggled in this one. Chance Cordaro goes deep, connects with his receiver, who takes it all the way for first and goal into the red zone, but the drive would stall, and Rock Springs defense forces a turnover on down here. Oh, almost coming up with the interception. Rock Springs continues their strong start, winning at 24-16.
Menard still searching for their first win on the season, 0-7 on the year. Miles 0-2 in district play. The Bulldogs get their first win in district play, 57-20. The Yellow Jackets drop to 0-8.
Yeah, and so let's take a look at the updated district standings. Christoval, sole possession of first place. They get Junction next week, and could the Eagles shake things up? It'll be interesting to see. Rock Springs, with the win, is now tied with Miles for the final playoff spot, and guess what? They play next week.
Big game. Well, TLCA is still searching for their first win this season, hosting number 7 Jim Ned. This one was out of hand early. Rob Young takes the carry, bounces it right, and he just smells the end zone. Takes that in. That'd be a touchdown for Jim Ned to make it 33-0 in the second quarter. Then 3 plays later, after a TLCA fumble, the Indians cash in some more points. Parker pounds it in for the TD. All Jim Ned in this one. Next possession for them, Troy Doran in at QB now, airs it out to Blaine Palmer. That's another touchdown, and Jim Ned, they go on to shut out TLCA, getting the big win over the Eagles, 75-0.
So the 3-3A standings, Jim Ned and Clyde sit at the top. Wall, now we didn't talk about Wall, and it's because they got a forfeit win because Breckenridge was dealing with COVID-19 issues early, sitting there in the 4th spot right now.
And Brackettville and Mason, speaking of that, had to postpone their game scheduled for tonight. That will be November 6th, the last game of the season. The Ozona Lions are 2-0 in district coming into tonight, and on the road at Harper, who was shut out by Mason last week. Ozona improves to 3-0 in district, winning 55-20. Gotta love what the Lions are doing this year.
Yeah, and guess what? I keep saying and teasing these big games for next week. Ozona and Mason play each other out at Lion Stadium, and that one, I feel like it's going to be probably for a district championship because those two teams have been dominant this season, and the way that things are going, I mean, Friday night's winner probably going to move on and get the 1 seed. But we're going to get into some 6-man football. We dive in with Eden hosting Water Valley and plenty of other scores and highlights coming up right after this. But first, let's go to this week's Bowls Fan Cam.
Inside the Game is provided by Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Mike with MGB, Mike's Gold Buyers. Gold and silver prices are terrific, which means more money for your gold, silver, and diamonds. Come to MGB and you'll say,
I sold gold and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Concho Valley Homepage isn't just a website or an app in San Angelo. It's your connection to everything in the Concho Valley. From Wall to Christoval, Miles to Great Creek, people turn to Concho Valley Homepage over 1 million times. With webcasts, push alerts, and website exclusives, all completely free, behind 0 paywalls. ConchoValleyHomepage.com isn't just news for San Angelo. It's keeping you connected to the Concho Valley.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
So you can't save money? That's easy as pie. Drink from the tap. A $3 bottle of water a day times 10 years times 6% interest is over 14,000 clams. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feedthepig.org.
Let's jump into the world of 6-man football, starting with a big-time game in 14-1A Division I. Entering the season, Eden was the favorites to win the district, but Water Valley has made a strong case of late, and now they look like they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they sure are. The Wildcats are winners of 3 straight 2-0 in district play, and Eden snapped a 5-game losing streak 2 weeks ago when they opened up district play with a win over Very Best. The Bulldogs, they were also off last week. But something's got to give tonight. Let's go out to Eden. Here we go. First quarter, Water Valley's first possession. Cannon Weiss gets the delayed handoff, finds a hole right up the middle. There's no one going to catch him. Wildcats strike first in this one. 8-0. This guy's amazing. Next Water Valley possession after forcing a turnover on downs. Guess who? Weiss again. He's in a lot of our highlights. Hits the truck stick at the goal line just like that. 16-0 still in the first quarter. How about that hat trick? Weiss gets the toss, bounces it outside, jukes out a Bulldog. He scored the first 3 touchdowns of the game. Water Valley continues to just dominate. They get a 52-6 Mercy Rule win over Eden.
Let's go on the road for Paint Rock at very best. First quarter, obviously, where we always pick it up. Connor Bards pitches it to Marcus Ojeda, and he weaves his way through the Indian defense for the game's first score. That made it 8-0 because guess what? Very Best got the 2-point conversion, or the 1-point in 6-man. Same quarter, that's Bo Dunn who scores for the Falcons, or that was Ojeda again, excuse me, who punched it in. 16-0, Very Best on top. But check this guy out. Paint Rock's offense found live. Brandon Belt just taking it into the end zone. Paint Rock on the board for 6. But Very Best just controlled this one, folks. And they would go all, well, they're going to go on to win it 62-6 for the Mercy Rule win.
I love big man touchdowns.
Yeah, and Robert Lee played at Highland on Wednesday night, trying to adapt to Highland's COVID issues last week. The Hornets get the Mercy Rule win over Robert Lee. Highland moves to 1-1 in district, while the Steers fall to 1-1. And guess what? We get Monday Night Football because of the whole shake-up in 8-1A Division I. And I'll pull it up really quick. I got the game in front of me. It's Highland and Bront, 7:30 at Stevenson Stadium. So, high school football fans, you've got something to look forward to on Monday night if you don't want to watch the NFL.
Yeah, you got Monday, this upcoming Monday. And actually, because of that, Sterling City, a week from actually Halloween, Sterling City will also be playing Highland. That's just a really funky situation going on.
Tonight was big for Sterling City. They're the winners of this week by far. They'll probably be #1 next week. If they win that game against Highland, it's pretty much a de facto championship. As for Water Valley, that driver's seat comment I made, they've got pretty much the district title in hand. They're first under head coach Nathan Hayes. We'll see how it plays out, but good win. They're looking good.
Absolutely.
Well, that's all for this week in Week 9. We'll be back with Week 10 next week. Thank you guys for watching.
Inside the Game is sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.